been taken up to the third heaven. I've been jacked into the big plan. I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastic. You have not seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Happy Podcast. That wasn't working. I'm sitting here today with world-famous comedian Greg Stamper. Just got off his world tour. Toured with Chappelle, Kreischer, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I just got to ask, how's it feel being back in Baltimore?
Dude, it's amazing. I mean, you walk down the streets here, and you're just like, they don't even know. They don't even know what I've been through.
It's almost like they're walking past like they don't know me.
Yeah.
What's their problem?
It's like, hey, you got $1?
Yeah. I'm walking down the street and people hand me cash. I don't know why. That was a fun gag.
Fun. Oh, are we taking them off now? Yeah.
This is getting hot.
I was going to say, this massage thing it really cramps the neck. I feel like it's kind of like...
turned on. If you turn it on, it's really good. No, but I got this jacket. So I was an in-home salesman for about a month.
Yeah.
I recently left that job. And I went to this old Mexican guy's house. And he had all this shit like everywhere. God, this is really hard. He had all this shit everywhere. All over his house. He's like 85 and he's about to die. He's like, you're taking something. You're taking something. I was like, I don't want anything that's yours. And he's like, you're taking the jacket. I was like, look how fucking big it is.
It looks good. It's like Neo from the Matrix.
It's Morpheus. It's Morpheus. Dorpheus. Go get yourself some walruses.
Walruses. So wait,
look at it, it's a fucking blanket.
How did this conversation come to be? Was he just like getting sentimental and like, I'm gonna die?
This guy.
You're selling me carpet in my...
Alejandro. He lived in Pleasure World or Leisure World. It's a retirement city in Silver Spring.
It sounds like a Toy R Us.
It's all these people that are about to die, so all their houses are full of shit. And I don't know. He's like, you got to take something. I was like, I don't want anything. But before that, he was telling me stories. Like it was him and his wife that wanted the flooring, and every time his wife went to like cook dinner, she was cooking the whole time. Every time she left, he's like, I used to have sex with so many women. I used to fuck so many women. He's like, back in the day, I did the dancing. He was literally doing this. He's like, I would go back and I'd fuck them all the time. I was like, Jesus, Alejandro. That was before fucking Plan B.
That's cool.
You have multiple kids.
I like when older men will open up to the amount of sex they had in their younger years. Like they're always trying to prove something. I had an Uber driver like that. He picked me up at Angelina Court in Crownsville, and he's like, Angelina, that was an old girl I used to run with, crazy Latino woman, but we broke up because she wouldn't stop playing The Doors.
That's what he told you?
Yeah, and I was like, is that really why you broke up? And he's like, yeah, she was just obsessed with Jim Morrison. The Doors are a good band. And then he started talking about the problems in inner city Baltimore, and
he's like,
and Alex Jones came up.
It's just interdimensional galaxies. That's funny. I wonder. You never hear the old guys like when they're old saying like, "God, I did not get laid enough. I could have used a lot more pussy back then." Can I tell you? He's on his deathbed. I regret one thing: slamming gash.
Just some guy at a bar like, see that woman in my younger years? She would not have fucked me. Just that.
At no point in my life would that woman have had sex with me.
Gotta be a regret.
That's definitely gotta be a big regret. Just, God damn it.
Who was it? Newton died a virgin. That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
I wonder who else famously died a virgin.
You know the famous story of like the apple? The apple fell on his head.
Yeah.
That's how he got gravity. He was probably like, apple probably hit him on the head. He's like, God damn, I wish I was getting laid. There's gotta be something more to this.
The laws of attraction are not,
not in your favor.
An object will bounce back. That's one of them.
An object's got to get it sometime. Come on.
Speaking to objects, woman.
Wait, Palestinian dating. Whose joke is that?
Palestinian dating?
That's Mo's joke.
Mo's?
Mo's got a... Nobody watches this. Mo's got a joke. He's like, yeah, there's a dating app in fucking Iran or something. It's some Muslim country. I don't know, some terrorist country. And and he's like, yeah, it's weird because the on the dating app there's only one gender, male. Because women are property. Jesus.
God.
There we go, Mo.
Yeah.
Bits.
Standing tall with your bits and nothing else. He's short. He's a short Bengali.
Yes, he gave me a jacket. No. It's like, you know who the Mexican guy that gave me that looked like? Dr. Shawaz or whatever his name is at Nottingham.
Oh, yeah. Who?
The guy, the doctor.
Indian guy.
We go to a place called Nottingham's. It's an open mic show sometimes, and there's a guy that goes there named Dr. Shabooz or something, and he always talks about how he wants to finger the patients. He's like,
Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob.
Dr.
Yes,
Bob.
he makes memes.
Yes, I want to get inside her pussy.
You know who else is a great person in Nottingham's? Tom. He wears a cowboy hat, and he's Palestinian. And if you want to hear about the DC Metro, he's your guy. He worked there for 20 years, and what he would, if a woman's hot, he will point it out. Well,
he will harass her.
Yeah.
I saw him go on stage. Me and Mert were there one time. He goes on stage, and there's a comedian up there that like he must know.
Yeah.
Where's the fucking? And he grabs her ass. He goes on while she's performing. She grabs. Jesus. He grabs her ass, and like maybe a 22-year-old girl, pretty ugly.
Okay.
And Tom just goes up there like, bah. She's like, Tom, stop it. It wasn't like, get out of here, you fucking crazy fuck. It was like, Tom, not now.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get booked, I guess.
That guy woke up at 70. He's like,
so this is, would I know this comic?
no, I only ever saw her once.
At Nottingham,
Yes.
and then you never saw her again.
Yes,
Oh.
she was very strange, as the point of she might be fucking Tom. Tom unironically wears a cowboy hat and drinks wine at Nottingham's all day.
White wine. He's one of those guys. He'll pick up the glass, then point to it at the waitress. His son's the owner, so he just forces everybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's why he's allowed there and allowed
Wow,
to sexually harass women.
Yeah, the guy's a fucking pedophile.
Yeah.
Just add it to the list. Yeah, him and Ralph got to hang out.
Yeah, he's Lebanese. Who's Ralph?
The town pedophile.
You're a town pedophile.
Yeah, everybody from Woodbine. Ralph by the swimming hole.
Shout out, Ralph.
Yeah, I was talking to some kid the other day, and they said they blew up his mailbox. It's a very funny joke. Good gag.
What?
They're just joshing around.
What do pedophiles subscribe to? What are they getting in the mail? I guess like Nick at Night and
Nickelodeon. I don't know. I try not to think about those things.
Yeah, me either.
Pedophiles. What are they? After a long pedophile day, how do they relax? And they get we gotta ask Tom. He's like, a nice bubble bath.
Nice bubble bath, rubber duckies, draw them in. Yeah, this is real highbrow stuff.
Yeah.
You wanna? Just about to ask you read any good books lately?
I read the 48 Laws of Power. I made it 9 rules in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I decided I don't need this. It was very manipulative. I've used it to manipulate the masses.
Yeah.
It's really, I don't know. It's a little power hungry for me. They like it's
48 Laws of Power?
Yeah, they tell you how to gain power and everything, and it's a little much.
Well,
Being someone that doesn't want to have a job, it's a little much.
yeah, it's a little too overachieving.
Yeah.
Right?
How can you do this without working? I want as much power as I can from telling people ha-has.
Somebody's got to make a power-hungry AI just once, just to see what happens. Just so it can do my job. I want the robots to take my job. That's...
Did you see the new AI? They have a new AI out that you can take a picture or like you can submit a picture off like a girl's Facebook, like a bikini picture, and it'll show you what they look like naked.
Oh, deepfake porn?
Yeah, well, it's like that,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
can literally submit. I haven't gone on it. I saw this on Instagram.
Oh, I saw the AI nudes. That was big. All the people I went to art school with were really into that.
I'm sure when the anime community gets a hold of that, there's.
There was a furry club at my school.
What'd you think of that?
Well, it was great, but they charged $15 to join, and if you wanted to watch, it was $14, which their pricing was all over the place. That was
I can't join at these prices. You
I did-
guys are ridiculous.
I did watch a girl let a furry pet her dog, which is
That's a little strange.
that is I don't know. I feel like that's not being a responsible pet owner.
No, it's definitely not. That's like taking your kid to the swimming hole.
Yeah.
Ralph's gonna be there. That guy's just like, oh.
So did he try to lure you guys in while we're on the subject?
Yeah, he would try. He wouldn't try with me because I was always a big kid. He would try with like little people. He was only into girls. He wasn't one of these gay pedophiles.
All right. He was a God-given.
Yeah, those are the guys that are messing it all up for the rest of us. All those gay pedophiles. But he would try. He came down. He took pictures of people. He would come down and say, "This is my property. You need my permission to be on air." And it's literally like a fucking river. Next to train tracks. Like nobody owns this, you idiot. And we just make fun of him. We threw rocks at him a couple times.
Nice.
Funny.
Yeah. Speaking of gay people and Muslim countries, somebody
And rocks.
Yeah. But apparently it's only bad if you're the bottom. That's what like the rich like Saudi Arabians do. That's what
They only have a problem for the catcher.
No, like if you're the bottom, then it's like shame. But if you're the top,
the catcher.
the catcher.
There's a pitcher and a catcher.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you meant they had like gay catchers over there. Like
Gay catcher?
Like
They
Chitty
probably
Chitty
do.
Bang Bang.
It's
like
like
a children catcher.
It's like animal control over there. The gay catcher. He's running.
They do hold hands, which is interesting.
That is a level of commitment I don't think a lot of American gay people would have. Is if like imagine coming out in Iran. That's got to be a big lot of confidence.
I came out, then I ran. That must be.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of cool. There's also comedians who like actually like like they get their fingers chopped off if they do comedy, and it's like it's so brave, like because it's just they're just
Really?
telling a dick joke. Yeah, there's some Netflix thing. I mean, like they get a little preachy, like I guess you have to be.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, comedy, like I fucking would die for this, and I was like, I'd drive 40 minutes to wit's end.
Yeah, I don't know. If it was an hour away, I probably wouldn't be a comedian. But oh yeah, I was sitting outside of the port today, and Stavros Halkias walked by. That was cool.
Name drop him.
Yeah, it was so cool. You got to see him out, and like it was weird because he was all alone, had AirPods in, and he walked by at first, and we didn't see him. We recognized him from behind. He's one of the only people I can recognize from from behind. He's got the waddle. He's a big boy, and he's got a bald, like, long hair. And Matt's like, "Oh fuck, it's Stavros." And then he came back, and we talked to him. I was like, "Hey man, I love your stuff." And then Matt tried to talk about the port, but it was so cool. See, like that's a millionaire. That's a millionaire comedian, and just walking down the road. I was like, "Damn, I'm just like him."
Yeah, totally.
I
Yeah.
want to be just like you.
Did he respond to you when you initiated conversation?
Yeah, we talked to him for a little bit. And
awesome.
While we were talking to him, this fucking guy runs up from like, where all the kids ride their bikes in the middle
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
And this is right in Fells Point. This guy just fucking sprints over. He's like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." And Sarah's just like, "I'm talking here." He's like, "Settle down." He's like, this guy's like screaming like, "You're my best friend's favorite comedian or something." He's like, "Settle down." And he's like, "Stand over here." And we kept talking. And when we were done, he's like, "All right, how's it going?" It's like, Jesus.
It's such a weird intro. My best friend's favorite comedian.
He literally
like,
ran up to him with the phone, like literally like running at him with the phone. It's like, damn, I'd be sick of that too. The
What-
fucking dumb idiots were coming up to me all the time. "Oh my God, you're my second cousin's third favorite comedian."
I hate it when somebody just talks to me after a show. Like if they give me a compliment, I even hate that.
That
Like,
bothered me so much.
The 2 times it happened, yeah.
Yeah. Today, 2 guys came out of Wits. And they came up to you like you are God. Like you were the funniest. Like, you killed it in there. I get awkward when I hear people give compliments.
I know it's terrifying.
It makes me mad.
Also, sometimes people like will try to like riff on the joke you said like 20 minutes ago. And they're like, "Oh yeah, my ex-wife's a bitch too." And it's like I told a joke about being slightly annoyed at my girlfriend. you
Yeah.
know?
I had it. Somebody came up to me after the show. Was like, "You were really good. Like, you had that joke about if guys could chop an inch off their dick and give it to someone else." I was like, "That wasn't me." They're like, "Oh, well, you did good too." I was like, "Thanks, appreciate it." Fucking dick. Like, yeah, what's your name? Fuckers.
Do you think there's some level? I don't know. I feel like this is where music artists haven't made. They're allowed to be a dick, and like it's still kind of cool. Like Kanye or something. Like they can be
Like rock stars.
yeah.
If somebody comes up to them, they can literally just.
But comedian, you have to be like friendly,
Yeah.
or you can just be like an insult comic.
Yeah. Ryan Rendina, he was good at it.
I don't know who that is.
You don't remember Ryan Rendina?
Ryan Rendina, no.
He won a Magoobies, used to come out all the time, and then he said he's gonna go be a ski bum at a resort in like Montana. And he just never came back.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Just disappeared. And the dream is gone.
it's so I can't imagine quitting comedy because it would be so embarrassing. Just I did comedy for 4 years and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
It's all or nothing. This is all I got.
Yeah, it's.
I had a girl today. She's like, I don't know. It was one of my buddy's girlfriends, and she's like, "What's your plan?"
Ooh.
I was like, because I've had like 3 jobs in the past 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, April. Yeah, I've had 3 jobs in 3 months. She's like, "What's your plan?" I was like, "I don't know, become a comedian."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, but like if you could have a dream job," I was like, "I don't even think about it." She's like, "What's your plan?" I was like, "I don't know." It ended up like I don't have a fucking plan. Hit fucking like and subscribe. That's my
That's
fucking
the
plan. Yeah. She's like, "How do you pay rent?" And I was like, "I work." She's like, "Why don't you get your dad to pay for it?" I was like, "I fucking hate you." She said, "Why does he get your dad for it?" I don't know. What are you supposed to say to that? He's not really feeling it this year.
Yeah, it's can you pay for it while I go tell dick jokes at an
Yeah.
open mic and lose money on the commune?
Yeah. I invite all my friends to a comedy competition that I've lost every time.
Did you ever place?
Oh, I placed twice. I
I
got second once and third once. That's how I got to the finals last year.
Well, did you have a winning attitude?
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Joe Papalardo beat me, and then Ryan Rendina beat me.
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck these Christians.
Yeah, these fucking
Joe,
Christians.
Joe Papalardo's very nice.
He's possibly the nicest person in the world.
I know. Well,
It's a little too nice.
It's the
It's
recovering alcoholic. That's what they teach you in AA.
Is that what they teach you?
That's what they try to teach you. I've been very resistant.
How's that? Yeah. Me and Greg were good drinking buddies. We were both really good at it. Except Greg.
We drank twice.
It was pretty. No, we didn't drink every night with at a comedy club.
I was. Okay, yeah.
No, we only drank every day together for a year. We drank twice. No,
Yeah.
turns out I'm better.
Rehab's fun. You should go.
Never. Fuck no.
No, Luke, honestly, you should. Let me pitch you
3
sober
people
life.
walk in. Luke. Listen, I know you think it's all jokes.
It's not. Have you ever wanted to be painfully aware of every passing moment, and then instead of not being able to sleep, you get to watch 80s movies on Hulu because you watched every season of American Dad, and you have.
Oh, new season. That sounds great, by the way. New season of Futurama's coming.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Nah, is it bad?
No, it's good because that show never took itself seriously. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like We can take ourselves seriously because we're, running
Yeah.
the Baltimore comedy scene. It's rough out there.
It's not like those DC cucks.
Yeah, you guys have seen The Wire. It's pretty much like that. Like
Yeah.
it's,
I've never seen it. Everyone.
but we're dealing jokes.
Apparently I met an actor that was on The Wire. I was hosting a show at Noddy's,
Yeah.
and the guy from The Wire comes in. Apparently he was like one of the main actors in season 1.
Omar?
Yeah, little
Dude,
black guy.
Little black guy. Oh, Bubbles?
I never seen it. Everyone told me I looked him up, and he was, and he was running the light. I was like flashing him, and he's like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "Just get the fuck off stage." I didn't know it was some famous guy I'm talking to.
That's gotta be
Get out of
rough.
here, you fucking loser.
I had no idea who Tony Woods was, but he fist bumped everybody. And I was like, who the fuck is that? And then before I said that out loud, somebody was like, God, Tony Woods? Like, that's so cool that he because
Yeah.
I've heard his name, but.
Yeah, I heard his
Ooh.
name, but I never knew who he was. I don't know. He's funny. Yiggity yaggity.
Is that one of his bits?
No, he always says it whenever you're around him. He'll just be
catchphrase.
drinking at Fellas and go. He'll walk up to you. He never watches your set. He'll be like, "Hey man, great set. That was a great set." And he turns around, yiggity yaggity.
You gotta love the support.
He's
I
fucking,
d-
he is a funny person. He drove me from the port to Fells one time. His car
What do you?
could be in better shape.
He drove you down the road?
Yeah, he was driving over there. I was like, "Can I hop in?" He's like, "Yeah, yiggity yaggity, get in here."
Wow, great bit. Yeah, so funny. Going 5.
Yeah.
We should.
So you can't sleep at night? You ever try melatonin?
Yeah, but then I took too much. 50 milligrams. I took Seroquel, and that's a mood stabilizer. And also, if you're drinking and you take Seroquel, you don't get a hangover.
Really?
Your dopamine isn't all fucked up. So I've been waiting to abuse that. I'm not sure if I.
Jesus.
Not sure if I have any left.
Melatonin literally changed my life. Because I used to toss and turn all night. I'd stay up to 4 a.m. Then the whole rest of your day is completely fucked. But I noticed if I take 20 milligrams of melatonin, puts me right out. I have crazy dreams.
If you take a bunch, it can reverse and it'll keep you up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's never happened to me. I'm a big placebo guy.
Yeah.
If I think it's going to work, it usually works.
Mind over matter.
Yeah. Because I used to try other sleeping pills. And I was like, this will never work. And then I tried the melatonin. I was like, this will probably work. And it did.
Did you try Xanax?
No. Xanax is great. I've
It-
never done it.
No?
I don't think I've ever done Xanax. No.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like a fun one to do.
I couldn't tell you. I remember I remember taking a pill, snorting lines of Adderall, then I woke up a week later and I was going camping.
Fuck yeah. Sounds I always saw kids in high school and college, they would do Xanax. And they literally just be like, they look like they're nodding out.
Yeah.
It doesn't look fun.
Apparently half a bar. I don't know.
It's like opiates. It's not fun.
If you dip a cig and lean, that's a nice time. I took some Percocets, but the entire time my friend was an actual heroin guy, so he was like, dude, we need more, and I was like, I'm fine. I just want to watch Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Well, that's what Chris was telling me. Chris said he used to take Percocets and just play video games all day. He was like, it's the best time of my life.
It's good.
When I broke my hip, I was in bed. I broke my hip, got a whole surgery, everything, and I was in bed for 3-4 months, and I just had my friends bring me dab pens the whole time.
Nice.
I look back on that time so fondly.
I got my wisdom teeth out, and then they gave me some kind of pills, and then I played the first Red Dead Redemption, and I don't remember it, but it was
It was
great.
amazing.
It was, yeah. And then
Yeah. Whenever I smoke weed, I don't remember those times. When I look back, when I used to smoke a lot from 16 to probably 19, it's hard to remember. Speaking of the devil.
we're gonna blaze up.
Yeah, let's do a smoke. Let's do intermission and then come back.
All right.
Sound
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
See you next year.
Welcome back. We're back. Now,
back.
what do I say? And we're back.
And
How's
we're
it going?
back. Yeah.
We just watched the origin of. It's a great debate between Louis C.K. and Patrice O'Neill on the origins of the slurs for people.
Yeah, it was quite educational.
Yeah.
Now you know how to, yeah.
And we're back.
Anyway. So anyway, read any good books? That's the thing about classical literature, a lot of slurs. You know, Mark Twain was the first stand-up comedian?
Why? Really?
Yeah, really.
Was he actually?
Yeah, but Michael Richards stole that bit from him. Actually. No, he was. He lost all his money gambling, and then he told funny stories. That's the comedian award is called Mark Twain Award.
Oh, is that why? I didn't know that. Michael Richards stole his act.
Yeah, it was.
Mark Twain, he just goes up there, does Michael Richards act. What a genius! He's a god.
He had the crazy hair and everything, and it was.
Oh,
Jerry.
somebody in the back. Oh, he's doing a Mark Twain impression.
Have you seen the YouTube video? Somebody put the Seinfeld opening riff. Yeah. That would be good. And the Jerry Seinfeld, there was a Jerry Seinfeld AI, and it told Jerry Seinfeld type jokes, but it told a trans joke, and then the AI got taken down.
What's the deal with cutting off your cock?
Speaking of the lady boys, it's not a bad term in Thailand. They own it in Thailand, because I was doing stand-up in Thailand, and there was a performer called Ladyboy Sonara, and I was like, "Oh, your name's Sonara?" And she's like, "No, Ladyboy Sonara."
Ladyboy Sonara.
She was adamant that I said Ladyboy.
Was she a she, or did she call herself a ladyboy?
She was Ladyboy Sonara. She said, "I'm Ladyboy."
Yeah, but would you say, if you're talking about him, yeah, he was going up there, would you say, yeah, she's going up there, or Ladyboy Tiara was going up there?
She charged me 500 baht.
That's all you know.
They Thai people, when they laugh, they don't say ha ha ha. They say 555, because it's I charge you 5,000 bahts. You give me 5 minutes and 5 inches. It's something like that. It's making fun of the tourists.
Speaking of sex workers,
Oh yeah.
do you know anybody that's ever gone to a massage parlor?
I've been to a massage parlor in Thailand. Speaking of, no.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I had a friend who went, and a very funny thing he told me about it.
A friend?
Yes. That one wasn't me. I just don't want to say his name. But
you do support sex workers.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't think prostitutes should go towards body count, though. Classic.
Yeah. It's,
Classic bit. But
I want to play the game with cheat codes.
Something very funny. He said you'll be laying face down. You're completely naked. You're laying face down. They give you a 45-minute massage, and then they say blah, 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 to you, and then you give them $40. Then you flip over, and he said they tease it. They don't go straight at it, and that's the secret to making it implode so fast. They rub their nails.
So foreplay matters. Is what I'm.
He says they literally tease it. The second they touch it, just bah!
Beautiful. It's they're so wise with the pressure and chakra points.
Nothing like two consenting adults having fun.
So speaking of trying to get medical, because I don't know, I consider it, they're healers really. But what medical profession do you think would be easiest to just be like, hey, just while I'm here, can you
mind jerking me off? Yeah, it's really glad that the people that do your checkups aren't the one that jerk you off.
Well,
I'm glad it's the massage parlors.
All right,
Other professions have all right, $40.
Well, it's weird, and but if you're a man, when you get your balls, he touches your balls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he always tries to make it casual, where he's like, all right, and here, and then another one.
Nothing but straight research here, just doing medical stuff.
Okay, and
Yeah,
now
it's my patient's currently hard as a rock.
So I heard they have to have another opposite doctor.
An opposite?
Like an opposite sex doctor in there.
Well, gender's a scheme. What do they call it?
Scheme? A scheme?
A
Go on
spectrum.
there.
A spectrum.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
the Jews are good at it. No.
Yeah. I remember I was so embarrassed when I was a kid. The lady was feeling my dick and balls to check for, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
something, and it was hard. And I like didn't want to be. I was just so nervous. I just felt
Right.
like an idiot. Then my mom came back in. I just was like ashamed because this lady was just touching my dick and balls. I was literally 10 out of 10 sailboat. was pitching a tent without any underwear on.
Do you ever get? I've never gotten like the classic get a boner and then get caught up for a math problem.
I had that a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would get hard as I solve the math problem because I'm such a natural learner. I have a
once you
thirst
said
for knowledge.
once you said great job, that's when I really got rolling.
Yeah, here it
Great job, Greg. You're like, yes, attention.
You want an A
I'm hard.
plus?
Uh,
So about these liberals, what are we gonna do, Luke? No,
goddamn liberals
trying to get.
taking over America.
I think what would your first act be as president?
President of the United States.
No, of Cambodia.
More heroin. No.
Yeah.
First thing. I would fix all roads. I
roads?
fucking hate how bad the roads are.
But you go to D.C. and somewhere and the roads aren't bad. It's just Baltimore. It's like it's truly Baltimore is land of the lost.
The roads are fucking insane.
If I saw Chaka in Baltimore, all right,
Chaka?
land
that?
of the lost, you
Oh,
know. All
no,
right.
I have no idea what that is.
He's a monkey man who wears a tunic.
I think Michael Richards has a joke about him.
God damn.
No, but that's what I would do. What would you do?
I don't want to. I'd fix the roads, but better than Luke Harris. That's my political move.
The roads with the union workers, how it should be done.
No, I like the Andrew Yang. Just give everybody $1,000, or better yet, I'd want to be a dictator. I think.
Yeah, I'd strip everyone of their rights. I would enforce hard labor camps. We're gonna be.
I would make every comedy club book me. Everybody has to listen.
I'd declare Luke Harris is the funniest comedian in the world. Anybody who else tries dies.
It would be like the not the Borat, but the dictator. They had what? Why doesn't Kim Jong Un do a Killer 40 at North Korea?
Imagine how insane that
complex.
That concert would be. Just build an Olympic level stadium. Just be like, and your headliner, Kim Jong Un. Just
You'd have to open for him.
yeah.
Like I don't know. I think
Kevin Hart opens for him. Like, I'll do anything for money.
that would be. I can't believe Kim Jong Un's not doing that. Like he's not living out the dream of being a rock star because he plays basketball and stuff.
Yeah,
But
I know. Well, did you know he all he eats is like a special type of like Swedish cheese.
Wow.
Of like the most fanciest cheese in the world, and he doesn't like anything else.
Did you know when he was born, the sun itself stopped and opened up, and like came down?
Yeah.
This is all true. You
Yeah,
can-
he scored an 18 on a golf course. Just 18 hole in one. He must have been freaking. Imagine being his caddy. Just like, God damn.
yeah, Trump. What do you got on that, Donald
Yeah.
Trump? I'm speaking of name dropping.
Yeah,
Where's
listen,
your
Donald Trump.
beat Kim Jong Un or?
This guy thinks he's a good golfer.
I said, wow.
He's gay. I saw it. He was gay.
I said, nice suit, but do you have to wear the same one every time?
Nice suit. I can't believe you guys made 20 million of them.
You want to hear my Joe Biden impression?
Yeah. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm Obama.
We should get an Italian dude to run for mayor. Baltimore. I love seeing Italians
It's
do
about
things.
time the fucking Italians take back over Baltimore.
Did they ever? The mob didn't even want this city.
The mob didn't even come to Baltimore. They're like, God.
Fucking Baltimore. I tell
No,
you.
my dad actually has funny stories about the mob in like the 90s. They used to work at like shipyards. My dad was doing electrical work. And every once in a while, the mob would just take a sea container, and like nobody did anything about it because
Take
they
a-
knew, like if they did anything, they'd all get fucked.
Well, yeah.
So they would just randomly like that one, just like they just take it.
That's kind of cool. Just
I guess.
the flexing local dick.
Yeah, just you're gonna die if you report me taking the sea container.
That's kind of how we are at local comedy open mics, you know? Sometimes I got like a free soda.
Yeah, that's basically like 9/11 right there. Dude.
Yeah. Speaking of 9/11.
Who do you think did it?
Well, now that you asked, I think that there's strong evidence that Reagan, his policies put in play, that eventually it did correlate with the Twin Towers coming down. Also, I think
Galactic aliens. It's a gay bomb.
who did 9/11?
Alex Jones. Have you ever heard that he has a take that the United States military created a bomb that made people gay? It was called the gay bomb.
They tried to do that with
Yeah.
LSD. That was part of MK Ultra. They tried to they
No,
tried
MK
to
Ultra
get
was
people to
them-
have gay sex, and they were gonna black out. This isn't a bit.
That's not true. The MK Ultra was trying to make like brainwash people to do what they want.
They gave him acid, and then they also created like the serial killer guy, the Unabomber. They created
Not the Unabomber.
Unabomber.
They also made the Unabomber, but Charles,
Manson.
yeah, Charles Manson.
What a guy.
Yeah, rip.
I
He
think
just died.
I think I could have. He did.
Yeah, he literally just died.
Was he in jail?
Yeah, he's been in jail this whole time. He had a swastika on his head. Tight.
At least you know what he stands for. You know.
This is,
It's.
now this is somebody that wears his heart on his sleeve.
Did he? I do that with my cum jokes. Yeah.
Now this is somebody that knows.
Well, did he do it before or after Inglorious Bastards? That's the real
Way before.
question.
He did that in like the 90s.
So Tarantino's a hack.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino, I'd like to see you direct something better than the Happy Podcast.
Yeah.
What is the podcast name, right?
Yeah.
The Happy.
Yes, the Happy Podcast.
Oh, is that a?
It doesn't mean gay originally, but now it's because I'm a happy guy.
Well,
But the original name was the Happy Pride Podcast.
the Happy Pride.
So when you looked it up, it was next to all the gay pride stuff.
I think that that's
It was-
offensive to depressed gays. And they're not coming out of the closet or their room anytime
Yeah.
soon.
That is true. The depressed gay community. The Happy
Fair.
Pod.
Very underrepresented.
There was a good bit at first, but I eventually wanted people to come on it, so I stopped that.
Ah,
Now I'm just a happy guy. I laugh a lot.
you laugh a
I'm
lot.
gay.
It's well, you have it here.
Yeah.
Well, I support you in your new. I want to be asexual. That's my new goal, but I don't know if you can just achieve that.
It's like it's like the Mighty Python bit. Like, I want to be a woman. You were to call me Loretta. And he's like, you can't be a woman. Where are you gonna keep the baby in a box? He's like, you need a uterus.
God,
Where are you gonna keep it in a box?
in a box? Are you mad? Yeah, didn't.
Those movies are funny. Those are a bad sit through when you try to show it to somebody.
It's the only funny British comedy. I watch British comedy
Dude, Mr.
nowadays.
Bean?
Mr.
You
Bean.
never watched Mr.
I
Bean?
like, yeah, but he doesn't talk. The accent throws it off. Like British people aren't funny at stand up. That's a Irish and Scottish
they really
comedians.
aren't.
Yeah. Take that, Britain. Yeah.
No, Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr. I feel
Yeah.
like he's like Welsh or something. He's too cool to be British, but he does. He does
I
have a
think
lot
he's
of
British.
pedophile jokes, so he might be a pedophile. He might be British.
He might be British.
He might be British.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that, the entire British Isles.
Yeah. My grandma's British.
I'm sorry.
My grandma still has an accent. She's like 87.
She does.
Yeah, she says whenever I have friends come over and like meet her, I'll be like, Grandma, say strawberries. And she says strawberries. It's
Strawberries.
very funny. It's good at gag. She's in the Hall of Fame for ping pong. And she was like a women's rights activist for like women in ping pong. She's like, women should do it too.
Yeah, actually, I think I read about that in my history textbook.
It was such a big deal.
Yeah, the Women's Paddle Association.
Yeah.
Paddle and uteri.
Wow, Women's Paddle Association.
I don't know what I am. Every time my dad gets drunk, his 23andMe changes.
Well, I had my grandpa's dad was adopted, and he did like this whole like genealogy thing. That's I don't know if you heard the bit, but he's tracked down all this genealogy stuff, and there's an adoption like at the first one.
Yeah.
So it's not like
it doesn't
it's like,
matter.
who are we following around here? Good stuff. Hell yeah. I'm pretty high.
You are? I could get higher. Can I rip? Yeah, take this. Oh, shit. All right. Take
He's on
this,
the pod?
Maryland government. Yeah.
I went to a baseball game with Bill the other day. I went to the Orioles game with Bill Franks. I'm good. I went to the Orioles game with Bill Franks, and the governor comes out of like they have this like the cam on him, and they're like, "Oh, you guys ready for the governor?" And this guy pops through the paper. They had like this paper, but he busts through, and he's like, "Yeah!" like celebrating all this shit. And I realized I didn't know who he was. I was looking at him. I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And Bill's like, "You don't know who the governor is?" I was like, "I guess not."
It's Larry Hogan of
I
Baltimore?
thought it was Larry Hogan.
Is it not?
He said the governor. Yeah.
He's the governor of Maryland.
Bald
So
black guy.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know. He said it. They said it was the governor.
Baltimore shouldn't have a governor. That's too formal.
Yeah.
We should.
Governors are states. And I thought it was Larry Hogan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did too.
I'm
And then-
retarded.
Oh yeah, sorry I didn't know my fucking.
I had no idea who he was.
Didn't pay attention in 4th grade history. Didn't know the governor of states.
So
I knew one kid who was my brother dated his daughter, but he was like a local councilman, and then his son was like this like wannabe ass streets kid, but he was from the suburbs of Bowie, Maryland, and
Nice.
he jumped my little brother. And then
What
like
the
his
fuck?
dad got him off, and then he tried to like rob a convenience store at Annapolis Mall, which is so stupid, but he just had a gun. He was like 15 and his dad kept
His
getting
dad
him
was a
off.
politician. He was robbing 7-Elevens. Or convenience
Yeah,
stores.
it's just such a waste. He tried to hold up like a Zales. He just walked in with his
Like, give me
gun.
the money.
and,
My
like-
dad's the governor.
and his dad's just like, sorry.
He's
Like,
like, what the fuck? What are you doing, you idiot?
there's that perfect mix of local politician where you can still have throw some dick around. But, yeah, just like local comedy. That's what I want to do. I want to become a staple in the DMV comedy community. Like bring it to, I don't know, like Jessup, Maryland. Start that up, and then I'll just bully new comedians when they come on the scene.
Yes.
That would be awesome. That's
my whole
the
goal.
dream. Yeah, we should.
My goal is to bully and put down. I swear, when I hear compliments, I get sick. When
disgusting.
I hear comedians compliment each other, like, "Hey, great set, you had good confidence on that." It's like, kill yourself. Only shitting on and making fun of makes people good at comedy. Complimenting and supportiveness is gay.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I would have used a harsher term. I had somebody come up and
Greg, no. Those are special occasions.
I'm
only.
gonna, yeah,
I'm gonna
off air. No, so a good slur is. I don't know. I want to make up my own slurs. I kind of had that bit, but I'd like new stereotypes, like these gay people taking all my pens. Like I just want to say something nonsensical and like kind of plan it out there, see if it comes back.
Yeah. Well, Tink's got the greatest bit is like, I'm not homophobic. Like, I'm not scared of him. I'm like more like gayist.
That's good.
Luckily, nobody's watching this far, so We can just do other people's acts.
All right, yeah, I'm down with that.
Do all of King Tink's acts. Superman.
That why me you crank that. You know what is fun about like putting stuff out there, then it comes back. Like I before I left to go to college, this area, I was like, I'm gonna call everybody Tiger. That's gonna be my thing. And then I came back 3 years later. Then all my friends, they weren't my friends, but you know, all the people I saw, they kept being like, "What's up, Tiger?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you sound like such a goddamn
Yeah,
nerd."
tell him he's only. You got to say Tigger, not. That's all good fun. I thought you were gonna say you used to spread rumors, because it's funny. Me and my buddy tried that. Like we're like, you always hear these things about people. It's like, how true could it possibly be? Because you're hearing it from someone else. So how do you know if it's true at all? And so we're like, all right, let's make a rumor that this one kid only has one testicle, and we like spread it around to see if it would get back to us.
Did
I'm
it?
pretty sure it did. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I heard he's got one testicle. I was like, yes.
Did the kid hear about it?
I don't know. Hunter, if you're out there.
Is it this Hunter we know and love?
Hunter?
Ulrich?
Oh no, dude, Hunter I grew up with.
Your leather jacket competition?
Yeah. He wore that when it was like 95 degrees in Fells Point Tavern. It's insane.
He stole that bit from that Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Where's leather?
Fucking God. That place, I like that place, but holy shit, it was hot.
It's this global warming.
It's all the fucking, yeah.
You gotta if you want this podcast to blow up, which I'm sure it's going to.
Probably not. The thing about this podcast is it's not very good.
Yeah,
It definitely could be better.
Yeah.
Go on.
What were we talking about? Bring with the environment.
Hunter Ulrich's jacket.
Hunter Ulrich's jacket.
Where did that go?
The heat wave, global warming. What do you think is causing global warming? We should be like
China. Mexico. These places.
what are you gonna do? But you need an iPhone. That's where.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm gonna need a new iPhone, and I'm not making it.
No, I fucking love the Chinese Communist Party. If you're out there and you want to book me for a gig, and
Yeah,
feed me alligator brain.
I too think Xi Jinping is an amazing person.
He's great. I can't. Just, and what? Honestly,
Plus 100
Tibet-
points. Plus 100 points. The social credits.
What's that NPC? Have you seen that NPC thing where like people like will act out GTA things?
Oh,
and
yeah.
like they feed them like hot dogs and it's like hot dog in my tummy.
It's weird.
That beats a 9 to 5 if I'm being honest.
If you make money from that, that's what I wonder. Like, we know a couple TikTok famous people. Do they make any money from that?
So I know on YouTube, like, well, I'm sure you know this with how
Yeah.
well this podcast is
How
doing.
much money I rake in with this?
But after you hit like a certain number of views, which I think it's 52, and your last podcast was at 53 at the time of recording. So
the time of recording the Chris Randolph special.
yeah, it's it was like the Special Olympics having. it was his Make a Wish.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've
Chris
used
is
that
gonna
joke.
Hey, before Chris quits comedy again every 2 weeks.
We need to. That's what needs to happen in our local scene. Some comedian needs to die, then we get to talk about him.
Yeah.
like who
Oh,
should
that'd be
we-
great.
Who should our 9/11 be? Where it's
Who would die that would be the biggest detriment to Baltimore comedy? I'd say Matt Brown.
here's the problem.
Or
We
Matt Hurley, maybe. Matt Hurley dying would be pretty, like, fuck! Now we all can't get booked somewhere else now.
Damn, shots
Yeah.
fired. Yeah, the roast battle's not off, Matt Hurley. Yeah.
That was a shot.
Damn, how are
Or
you ever
Matt
gonna?
Brown. Like, who would be the most talked about, like, holy fuck, he died.
Well, we need somebody who smiles and is attractive, so both of those guys are off the list. 'Cause we need a good photo. Let's see. Who's a cute Mo? It would be so sad if he died. Who else?
Yeah, but he's not a Baltimore staple. It'd be like, oh, Mo died. Yeah, man, that sucks.
Who's that again?
Nah, I love Mo, but he's not. I don't consider him in the list. Umar dying, Matt Brown, Justo, Kyrie, Garrett Harvest.
What I want it to be somebody I enjoy. Like it's like it's like he had so much potential ahead. Like, those guys get booked.
It's got to be someone you hate.
Yeah,
I can name drop a couple here.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of a few.
So die, and then we could. Dude, he was so great. Like,
Oh, I can bleep this out. Just like how funny for me. Fucking Michael Wilcott just died.
Michael Wilcox.
Yeah, it's a Baltimore staple.
The Baltimore staple.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna throw it in. We're back.
What if Luke Harris died? Then the Happy Podcast is like,
yeah,
dude,
that's sad.
Those were the times.
Yeah.
I remember I got drunk with him twice. He fed me pizza rolls, and
yeah, those were those were great times.
And I went to his bathroom and started watching porn, and then I came and threw up everywhere. It was,
is that why my toilets looked like that ever since?
Yeah, that was my cum.
We had we blacked out. The only time I've ever blacked out on stage was Nottingham's, where we had a bottle of liquor in the audience.
It's so I miss. I'm not gonna say I miss drinking. It does. If you don't drink a fifth of $6 rum every day, your life does enhance. My relationships are better. It's great.
Your color's back. You actually have color. I remember when you were in deep. It was like,
it's rough. Your tongue gets fuzzy, and then you're in John Hopkins, and there's a bunch of people trying to get pain pills ahead of you. And,
you're like, yeah.
And you watch Bar Rescue for 8 hours.
John Tapper does it again. These guys.
Wow, alcohol just ruins people. That's the message I got. Alcohol withdrawal, kids. If you drink if you black out every single day twice. That was my thing. I don't even know how I worked. I wasn't there. But I would, on days off, I would just drink until I passed out, and then I got to rewatch a lot of shows, which is a perk they don't tell you about.
That's something I've learned about movies. I've gone to see Jackass 3 and I was intoxicated. Then I went to see Oppenheimer with Jeff. It's already famous story. I fucking black out. I was in Oppenheimer with a comedian, Jeff King. He's been on the pod. He gave me an edible right at the beginning, and like 20 minutes in, literally nukes are going off in the movie. I'm in an IMAX. It's the loudest thing possible. Literally full panic attack. Vision went black. I tried to get up. I couldn't. I was about to puke. And I eventually just closed my eyes. I was like, ah! Oh my God, that was horrible.
I have heard the Barbie movie is good, and it's a great critique of the patriarchy. Yeah.
I saw a lady boy walk into Barbie when I was there.
Uh-huh.
The only reason you could tell is like a girl would know how to walk in heels better. And he was like just clunking around.
That's gotta be rough. I think he
lost a bet because it was an Asian, and it was weird how much like he looks like a girl.
And they're For Honor, so they follow through.
Yeah, he 100% followed through, and he just was clunking around. And just like, that's a dude.
That's gotta oof.
Yeah. Good times. Ridgemont High.
I think I don't know. I think the Barbie movie's important, but how come Barbie doesn't have a trans doll?
They don't have any genitals. They never did.
Well, they don't have nipples.
They were ahead of the curve. They don't have nipples either? This fucking country.
Have you never seen a naked Barbie doll?
No. I always thought about their genitals more than their no nipples. I was like, wait a second.
Well, my mom told me there was a Barbie doll where it's we were having I was having coffee with her. She squirted her breast milk into it. We do that every morning. But yeah, very close with my mom.
Very close. I'm thinking about weaning off soon, to be honest.
Yeah, it's time. I have to get off the sauce twice.
Yeah.
But,
She's So many addictions, so little time.
Yeah, it's rough. You gotta pick and choose. You gotta pick and choose your poison. But there was a Barbie doll, and it was going through puberty, and you like lifted the arm, and then it grew tits.
Nice.
There should be. Wouldn't it be cool if there was breast implants that deflated and increased? They gotta.
Customizable PSI adjusting breast implants.
Yeah, get on it, Bezos.
That is a great point. Why isn't there? Because what if some days you want like a big rack, you want to press the gals, you want to look nice for going out with your girls,
Right.
and then some days you just feel like chillaxing.
Well, yeah, and some dresses and styles work better with smaller and
Yeah.
it's I don't know, but again, if guys had that luxury of adjusting dick sizes, like I'd be having it poke out of my pants leg. You know
That's
what I mean?
that's-
I'd be stepping on my head.
That's the unfair advantage of the power lesbian, is her cock size is adjustable.
What the fuck is a power lesbian?
The top, whatever, like how gay guys have bottoms and tops, the tops of lesbians.
They're just called tops, not power.
No.
A power
They're
top.
power
is-
lesbians.
lesbians.
Yeah, they're the powerful one.
They're not weak and
The butch,
submissive.
the butch women.
The butch, okay.
Yes.
So the unfeminine,
Yeah, they
the
can have
dom
a foot-long
tops.
cock.
Sometimes lesbians will say, I mean, not all lesbians, not any lesbian listening, but
Joe Richard Saunders.
yeah, shout out to him. He all
Classic.
races and sexualities. He's maybe we should kill Joe, or you
He's
would be
done it
missed,
all.
Luke.
What?
You would be missed if we have to kill somebody in the.
Yeah, I am pretty cool.
Yeah,
I do agree.
try to do one stunt on a dirt bike, or you die by rope swing. That'd be-
I tried to rope swing off a dirt bike and he died. Who could have guessed?
Do you ever think about how you would like to die?
Probably on a scooter, getting hit by a car in Baltimore. Blacked out on a scooter, just woo. No, I don't know.
Died how he lived.
We're surrounded by family and friends. My husband next to me.
Do you have friends?
I got a couple.
Okay, all right.
You have friends?
I have a blood brother.
Nice.
Well, we did the cowboy thing, which
Oh,
was
you
fun.
did? Oh, you had
Yeah.
that? I almost did that with a couple kids. I
Mm.
never did. I'm really glad I didn't. One of them actually died.
Oh, mine had
Yeah.
herpes, so it's not it's not good.
Yeah, we're connected for life.
My one friend has herpes, and I had a conversation. I was like, would you, like, if you got married, you would just rip off the condom and be like, this is a package deal, baby, right? And he's like, yeah, but I couldn't sell that. And he's
Yeah.
like, he was a greasy little Goomba Italian fuck.
Yeah, I know all like heroin addicts they all have herpes because when they share needles.
Mm.
I know a bunch like old heroin addicts. They all have herpes.
Wow. Well, don't do
Nice.
heroin,
Yeah,
kids.
it's my girlfriend.
And if you're gonna do it, snort it.
Yeah.
And buy from the guy in Patterson Park. He gets the best shit.
Well, that's that's how wasn't Chris Farley died? He was doing speedball, which is fucking you mix up cocaine and heroin powder.
So the rehab I went to, Farley went there, and he lasted
Really?
3 days. And then apparently, this was the rumors going around, he carved his name somewhere in like one of the things. I never found it. And then like when I broke in to like other people's rooms, it was like in a dorm. I just like felt him up and left. So, but
Where did this story go?
you need to find a new addiction to replace the old one. So I
Wow.
chose being a sexual predator.
Predator.
Yeah,
Nice
it's you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, well,
But-
everyone has their cope.
Yeah, it's as long as it's not.
Wait, Chris Farley lasted 3 days?
He lasted 3 days, and then apparently he called a helicopter to pick him up on the front lawn, and then he was like dead within 2 weeks.
Nuh-uh. Wow.
Yeah, so
Eee.
well, that's the thing about speedballing is like the cocaine and the heroin balance each other out. So
You just keep doing it.
and you don't know if you're about to OD. It's also, isn't it weird how overdose I feel like implies death, but it doesn't. Like you can
Yeah.
just OD and like have a nap.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. It's what? How many ODs? Like, what's the average amount of ODs before you die? It's gotta be like 3.
You think it's like successive?
Yeah, I think it is.
A lot of drugs do kindle. That's what they call it. Like if you go through alcohol withdrawal once, you're more likely to go through it twice, which sucks.
Yeah, well, that's like recidivism too with crime. It's like if you break the law
Recidivism?
once, yeah, recidivism.
Big 3-syllable word.
So where the fuck did that come from? It came from Trailer Park Boys.
okay.
You guys are recidivists. But it's like if you break the law once, like the probability of doing it is like guaranteed you're gonna do it again. If you get in trouble once, you're gonna get in trouble again.
It's like comedy. You do it once and then you're just
You're
stuck
hooked.
in. Well, here's the thing about comedy. It's like you might as well be an alcoholic because you live the lifestyle. You're in a bar till 1 a.m. You're eating fucking gas station food.
Yes.
And, like you're around other alcoholics.
Yeah.
So
I did not drink very much before I started comedy. Not gonna lie.
no,
I was a weekend drinker, like a just party guy. And then I got into comedy and like, it's party every day.
I used to party pretty hard. I literally just got it down to drinking at one point, but I was doing acid every day. That was fun.
Yeah, that's how to melt your brain.
That was the best time of my life. I met this girl. Her birthday was one day before mine. We met on Tinder. The only person I've ever met from Tinder. And then we did a bunch of acid, and she's like, I started seeing things. Turns out she was schizophrenic. I thought she was just tripping out, but
Well,
yeah.
that acid can cause schizophrenia. Like
Yeah.
if you're right on the edge, acid can like push you over the edge.
Well, she always had it, but this definitely caused a flare up.
Jesus, a schizophrenic person doing acid?
She didn't tell me she was schizophrenic. I was dealing acid. I mean, but she would always do it. One time I gave her a tab and she went right to sleep, which was
Nice.
impressive.
You're like, hey, I'm classic Bill Cosby. Hey, I'm a comedian. It's
Dude,
pretty
wait.
easy.
No, I was actually writing my midterm.
Oh my God, did you go to college?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I went to art school. It was daycare for kids who had a deviant art.
Yeah.
Some kids just had anxiety and didn't have to do homework.
Really?
Yeah, they would let you get away with anything. There was a fucking furry club. That shouldn't be allowed. That's like, because it's like, I don't know. That would be like having like a bondage club or something. Like we're the foot fetish club. Like,
There's a kid in my brother's high school who tried to start marijuana club. He literally went to the school. He was such a pothead. Like, this is his life. He's like, we need a club for this. And they're like, no, you fucking retard.
who do you
This is
think?
like 2012.
Potheads might be the worst to interact with if you're not high.
Yes.
Maybe crackheads. Well, if they're a crackhead and they're not trying to solicit, it's a good time. You
Yeah,
watch
that can
them.
be funny.
It
You
is.
just pay him $20 just to do some stunts.
this
Bum stunts.
was right when the Port Matt Hurley book me. I didn't say anything bad about your shitty comedy. Unlike Luke, I think your John Hopkins jokes are real crap.
Jesus. Calling shots here.
No, I love Hurley. That big Irish drunk. I can. Yeah.
I was with him today. We went to go pick up his moped from the junkyard. I got my truck, and it was very funny. Somebody must have got hit by a car going 50 miles an hour. Because we got to the moped, and the people called him. They're like, "Yeah, we got your moped. It got stolen." And yeah, it's fine. Come pick it up. We got there. The thing is literally just like a fucking scrap metal. Because they want you to pay $200 to give it out. And they don't expect you to say, like, there's a long line, and they're like, just pay us the $200 now, then you can go get it, then you can see it. He's like, no, I want to see it first. And we went and saw it.
Did he haggle? I feel like you could haggle there.
I thought you could too, but he didn't. Because we didn't even.
He didn't
He
try?
didn't even want it. Because
Yeah.
once we went and looked at it, he's like, this thing's completely fucked. But he did have a signed Shaquille O'Neal baseball in the moped seat, which was very funny.
And they didn't take that.
No, they didn't have the keys. The kids hotwired it. They couldn't open the
Ah.
seat. So all his shit was still in there.
Hot wiring has to be a nice little thing because like it's not. I was watching somebody doing burnouts in a rented U-Haul truck in the Fells Point parking lot during Halloween. It was awesome. And, like people were just cheering. There was like 7 kids in the back, like about to fall out. The dude had no idea how to drive it either. Like it's like he just hit the emergency brake while he was going straight. Like,
that's hilarious. I've had to hotwire my own 4-wheelers before because I lost the keys. It's fucking the easiest thing in the world. I don't know. A car would be hard, but hotwiring a motorcycle or dirt bike or something, it's easy breezy. Yeah.
I was reading this. Speaking of, since I don't know how highbrow you want this to be, but speaking of classical literature and Mark Twain, I was reading his book, and it's called A Connecticut Yankee in like King Arthur's court. And then the guy goes like, it's about like some dude from colonial times goes back to medieval times, and he's like a super genius.
Yeah.
But the average person today would be such a retard if they just went back to colonial times.
Really?
You don't think?
They probably know who the governor is.
The governor. But it's like, sure, you know how to hotwire a car, but there's no cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, well,
so
that's Nate Bargatze's classic. It's like if I went back in time, I wouldn't be able to prove I was from the future. It's like, because they'd be like, who's the next president? You're like, oh, fuck. Somebody. If you went back to like 1830, it's like, how would you help them?
That's like how you can't prove I didn't steal that bit from him. Yeah. No, I
Classic.
didn't. Yeah, classic. Joe Rogan also has a similar thing, but it's all hippie stoner-ish. He's like, I think the pyramids were just super smart. Then the Egyptians were like, we built this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Joe Rogan. Yeah, if you want to put us on,
That's probably true.
You think?
I thought it was. When he was saying it, I listened to the same thing. I was like, hey,
Okay.
this guy's pretty smart.
I think I like Joe Rogan. I feel like he gets a lot of flack. I don't know why.
Yeah, I talk to people about him, and they'll be like, I don't fucking listen to him. It's like, have you watched an episode? It's not bad.
I met somebody and they didn't know who Joe Rogan was, which is crazy. Maybe they just were mocking me on stage.
They're just fucking with me.
Yeah, if we Occam's razor it.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
All right, Greg.
We're wrapping up.
Yeah, we are.
All right, okay.
We're at like an hour of 20.
All right. Is this better than Chris Randolph's episode?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
It was pretty good.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Do you have any dates coming up you'd like to plug for Joe Richard Saunders, who's the only one who watches these all the way through?
Actually, I watched yours and Chris Randolph's.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I was playing Elden Ring at the same time.
It's not bad.
No, it's from Soft's best game. Oh yeah, your podcast is good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I'm gonna get some segments in here someday, but fuck yeah, thank you. It was
yeah.
fun.
Wait, can I say Matt Hurley? I'm just joshing with you, pal.
I'm just joshing with you.
Anything to get booked at the port, I will blow you. I won't steal your moped again. All right, okay.
And we're all on that. Thank you very much.
All right, let's kiss. All right, come on.